Fair. Ugh. Getting in some stretching. And the bots shoot rockets at you, and if they miss their first AK shots. Welcome in, everybody. Today we're going to be running Sharn Part 1. I sincerely hope the group will let us also run Cogs Part 1 if we have time. I don't want to jump to Part 2 before having done all the 15s. The 7.62 is so bad. Time to pull out the 68mm warhead. Ah, yes. The classic mentality. We normally do this quest rather quickly. We don't do the optionals for taking out monsters or collecting all the crates. We'll go up and disable the orb, and then we'll head straight inside from there. Yeah. At least their thought processes are good enough to realize that the wet spaghetti slaps are not going to be as good as nuclear explosions.
No doubt she's one of the crew sent to salvage the ship's cargo. The foreman says that dangerous creatures threaten their salvage operation. You'd be doing them a favor if you clear out the local wildlife. The water near these ruins churns violently, creating unnatural eddies. Something nearby must be causing these dangerous currents. Now that this ritual site has been dealt with, the Sahuagin can no longer use water currents to sink nearby ships.
The servers are so horrible performance-wise, so if you put like 30 tons of TNT in a truck and detonate it, you wipe the server into oblivion. Oops, I misclicked a button. That's alright. We're doing fine.
Containers salvaged from the sunken ship surround the entrance to this underwater cave, but none have Vaunt's mark on them. The Sahuagin must have taken Vaunt's cargo inside the cave. You step out of the water and into cool cave air. It seems that the Sahuagin have created some sort of
That's fair enough, Canned.
to keep the ocean.
If it's not something you've ever really experienced or anything, that's fine. Although this particular game I'm playing now is an MMO. It's a complete, well, it's not completely free, I guess. Technically, there are aspects in it that you probably will end up paying for in the game, but you're able to start playing for free.
A Sahuagin standing atop a rock high above sounds
Oh,
the
fair.
alarm. Fools, you've made enemies of the Daggermore, he croaks. More
This
forces
game
rush in.
is based on the rule set for 3.5 edition. But obviously the rules are not quite the same as they are in Tabletop 3.5 because, well, it's a video game. It's kind of difficult to set things up in that same sort of way. I just remembered like 2 months ago I made my channel points just tin cans.
You survived it.
Well, you know, that's good, I guess. Sticking with the water tin can theme. At some point I'm going to have to draw some horrible, like, crumb of cheese to replace the image of my channel points. I have yet to do so, though.
A Sahuagin stands before a vast wall, which allows ships to come and go.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to end up drawing it, but I'm not an artist myself, as probably is evident by my beautiful drawing of a unicorn.
Master dead, the pirates will no longer be able to use this cave as a base.
Yeah, fair. That's probably the level I'm expecting. Maybe that or a bit less from what I'm going to make my art look like.
I don't know what this does. People back in Sharn are paying us plenty to steal it.
With the pirates out of the way, you can finally.
I don't like that some of these, all of these enemies, it seems, their bodies count as physical objects for some reason. That's not normal in this game.
It must be very valuable to have drawn such attention, whatever it is.
Cast Hellstorm. Yeah, someone was casting Firestorm in there.
Now that you have arrived,
This particular character I'm playing casts magic missiles and its offshoot spells, and that's basically it.
Speak to Summer Coroner of the
Ah,
Clifftop
Starbomb.
Adventurers Guild in the Clifftop Tower district of Sharn.
Nice. I don't remember what this first one is. God damn it, PlayStation, I want a normal game on your store, not 70 waifu games. That is some reason photorealistic. I feel that way when I'm looking at my Steam games, honestly. Whenever you tick off, like, adult content, it removes basically anything that isn't made strictly for kids. But if you have adult content as available to show you, it almost exclusively shows you porn games. And it's like, go away. I don't own any porn games. Why would I want these things? I don't care about them. My entire Steam playlist is basically filled with RPG games. Why would you think I want these random waifu clickbait games?
Isabek tells you to take the elevator up to the terrace, then speak to Lucien Vaught. Her employer wants you to pass along some information about the storm.
Ooh, sorry, had a hiccup there.
You enter the boarding house, an island of quiet in the hustle and bustle of the city. A genial halfling nods to you from behind the front desk.
There's some insane lineup here. GTA 6, FIFA 26, Fortnite, and then a waifu clickbait game.
You'll have to find another one.
See, I get the opposite. I look at my Steam recommended and it's like waifu clickbait, waifu clickbait, waifu clickbait, retro, like turn-based RPG game, waifu clickbait. I'm not really a sports or a shooter game player though, so I have a bunch of things not showing up on my list.
Office than a boarding house. Vaught has rented this entire operation and transformed it into his place of business.
I touched a cricket game in like 2018 and PlayStation thinks I have a sexual attraction to sports. PlayStation thinks you identify as ball sexual.
explosion destroyed the elevator shaft on this floor as well. You have no choice but to use another route to reach the terrace.
Why does COD Black Ops 7 Ultimate Edition cost less than Cross-Gen Edition? I don't really know what those things are. I gotta be honest. Oh, it's like cross-gen, like a version of it. Okay. Base game is more expensive. Is one of them on sale, or is it just like that's their normal price? Oh, I see. Cross-gen. I understand now. Yeah, they try to charge you more because they're basically trying to sell you two, though they're justifying it by claiming they're telling you two games in one. I see. Yeah, that is very silly. Especially because... God damn it. Especially because a bunch of the games that they did that for when the PS5 first came out, they just gave you for free if you had the PS4 edition.
The contraption rumbles to life, and then promptly explodes. It's probably not supposed to do that. The GTA 6 Ultimate Edition pre-order costs less than COD Ultimate Edition. Huh. I don't know if that speaks more about what Rockstar is expecting the quality of their game to be, or if it speaks more about the greediness of COD. Yeah, okay. Speaks more about the greediness of COD. Alright then. Rubble blocks the elevator shaft, as well as the nearby door. You won't be getting up to the terrace this way.
Is there a breakable over here? No. For example, Rockstar made like 3 billion off pre-orders or something. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 made way less.
In here should be the last note we need. Yep, it's there. The optional. Getting close to the end of the quest here. Last fight has some red names that can hurt very hard.
Terrace is just ahead, but one final group of piercing clouds in the direction of the Terrace.
These guys. Own a musket for self-defense, since that's what the founding fathers intended. 4 ruffians break into my house. What the devil, as I grab my powdered wig and Kentucky rifle.
The assault on the tower seems to have ended. Now to head to the terrace and learn what became of Lucy and Vaughn.
Well, in fairness, the one that gun's probably gonna scare the hell out of them, even if it doesn't. Even if you don't hit anyone, you'll probably scare them out of your house regardless.
Matches the description of Lucy and Vaughn.
That being said, the person you do hit's probably dead. I feel like my flintlock can miss because it's smooth bore. Unfortunately, one of our members is still sick today, so someone else is running their account as a background application in order to keep them up with us in sagas and XP. Unfortunately, means we have to wait for them because this area requires everyone to be here before we can finish it. There's a clanker among us? Sorry?
I have a message for you.
Says Vaughn.
The beacon belongs to me now. I paid the Bormar clan good money to get it, after all. Don't think for a moment that you can challenge me in my city. You're just setting yourself up for a fall.
Vaughn's companion makes a gesture and the terrace collapses beneath you.
Alright. Let me move. Here we go. After that one, you get access to the next 3 quests, not just the next one. We still tend to just do them in order anyway. There's no reason not to just do them in order. They're all right here. clicked just released on the PlayStation store, and I saw a mill sim and a waifu dating sim. Yeah, well, that's how the waifu dating sims make their money, right? Like, they just spam drop content into the store, and there are just weirdos who'll buy it up and buy every single one they find. Even though they're all like the same game. Which is not saying much because they're not actually games anyway. And Sony's not gonna like filter them because Sony's making money. Oh god, there's brain rot. How's that, buffs?
Zelith pulls a switch and nods toward the back of the building. You hear the scrape of stone on stone as the concealed back door slides open.
May as well search it out for the extra XP.
You walk out into the streets of Cogsgate. Towers loom high above, so tall they block out the night sky. Anyone who knows what's good for them will stay indoors tonight. A rain of blood has fallen here, and it's up to you.
This song is
Despite the slurred words, you've learned more about the Dask-Boromor rivalry from the poor man.
Hopes and Dreams remix. It's a Hopes and Dreams is a song from Undertale, and it's been remixed by someone called Sharax on Spotify. No, this is Say Maxwell, sorry. Ooh. I guess go try and stretch it out. Cramps that get me are like the ones where you're laying in bed and like your calf cramps up. I hate that. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, crap. The ambush cramp in your leg. The ambush cramp. It sneaks up from nowhere and gets you while you're not paying attention. But yeah, it is. It's fucking horrible. I hate it. Hurts so much. Well, I've never gotten shot, so I don't have that comparison.
push open the door to the apartment. The surprisingly well-decorated rooms show signs of a struggle. Your stomach clenches in anticipation as you near the crime scene. After examining the corpse, you can see that he was killed by a poisoned crossbow bolt.
This Wi-Fi is wonderful. I say as my normally 300 megabits per second Wi-Fi goes to 20 megabits per second. Oh.
Felon must have spent his recent winnings digging himself out of debt. Imagine meeting your end right after getting yourself clear. At least he died in the black. Despite clear attempts to make this look like a break-in, all of Felon's valuables are still in their proper places. As you mull this over, you hear voices from the direction of the front door. You manage to make it past the Dask thugs blocking your way. The Dask thugs let you pass, thanks to your quick tongue and winning personality.
Yeah, who knows? Router got shot up, I guess. 300 megabits per second is faster internet than I... Actually, no, hang on. What is my current internet? In Australia, internet sucks ass. There are third world countries with better internet than Australia has. Oh, apparently the internet I have is supposed to be up to 300 megabits per second, which makes sense. It is by far the best internet I've ever had. In exchange for it being the best internet I've ever had, I have a download limit. I don't think I actually reach 300 megabits per second. If I were in ideal conditions, I might. I think I normally get somewhere around 160 megabits per second.
Nearby tables are still covered with food and drink. Looks like the customers left in a hurry.
Normally.
You find a crossbow bolt still lodged in the victim's side. You also notice several patches in the back. The incriminating information in this ledger
Nice.
raised more questions about
Yeah,
the murder
Twitch
of
was sending early.
As you turn to leave, you hear figures clamoring.
I do that all the time. I'll even accidentally hit enter while mid-typing things and just send things on my own early.
This was no robbery. You can tell that there's more to this than meets the eye. You strike down the last of this group of Dask thugs and check to make sure there are no more nearby. Now to leave the way you came. You've learned all you can about these first two crimes. You head back to the Wolf Gate, where Zelith awaits your results. Zelith unlocks the gate, revealing a small lane that goes deeper
Just
into
making sure no one gets left behind. I got an 86 streak in a Twitch streamer's stream. Is that bad? Not necessarily, it just means you like their content and you're on at the same time that they stream. I'm sure they'd be stoked if you told them.
The door to the pawn shop is unlocked, just as with the other crime scenes.
Like if someone ever comes into my chat and is like, yeah, and shares like 100 streak, I'd be like, holy crap.
A different body, but the same song.
A, because I won't have realized I've done 100 streams. And B, because that's just awesome that someone's been there for so long and like likes the content enough to keep coming back. They know about it? Nice.
Smuggled goods. The murderer could have emptied the pawn shop, and yet only Mord's life was taken. Armed with your findings, you wonder, what connects all these gruesome crimes? Some small packages lie in the cauldron. No doubt they were hidden there so they could be fenced on the black market later. The last of the heavily armed halfling thugs falls. Another alley stretches before you. The more you learn about the victims, the more questions you have. You can only hope that Zulkus Crowspire holds the answers you've been seeking.
They don't know I'm on 85 or something right now. Or 86.
A tiefling stands before you, with a face you remember from your recent adventures.
I'll try to snap this guy out.
Again,
Man.
I hope that Zulkus is willing to answer your questions about the murders. Zulkus steps through a dimension door, his face glowing with the smug triumph of a man who thinks he's won, though you're too busy dealing with his troll bodyguard to notice. The troll topples, yet another casualty of this bloody night. Now, to meet up with...
No worries, Ken in the water. I hope you have a good night. Sleep well. Yeah, Twitch likes not giving out notifications for stuff. I'll have to try and set up a Discord at some point.
Zelith shakes her head. The weight of her
See ya.
withered
Have a good
ritual
night.
settling over her like the dirt that falls on the streets from above. But you've got a job to finish. Another crime scene leads to the evening.
Behind here is a secret door with an optional.
Slides open, revealing a Medusa. Oddly enough,
If
she
I stop
doesn't seem
spamming
surprised
my
to see you.
press
Instead,
option
she
1
motions for you
button,
to
then
enter.
I could actually finish that conversation.
Stoop down to search the contents of Nahram's pack. Looks like he was fleeing for his life when the murderer got to him. More slashes on the palm. And this time, you see the pattern. You wonder how you could have missed such an important clue. Whoever did this wasn't shy about letting people know. You find a security ledger embossed with Vaunt Arcanotechnic symbol. A quick glance reveals that every victim had worked for Vaunt. It's too big of a coincidence to overlook, especially since a note in the margin talked about cleaning up loose ends. That ledger told you what you needed to know. The victims all went to Vaunt. You strike down the last of
What the hell? I have like an eye in my glasses poking me. A hair, sorry. Not, of course I have an eye in my glasses. I have a hair under my glasses, what I mean.
Fill her in on the clues you found so far. She points you towards an alleyway northwest of where the goblin was last seen. Talking to the residents has given you more insight into life in Cogsgate. A familiar voice echoes from behind this door.
What part of make it look like an accident didn't you understand? And leaving your signature behind was beyond stupid. Now Zelith is onto us. It's only a matter of time before she and those adventurers come barging in here.
Ooh. Oh no. I accidentally riled up everyone's confidence by saying that we're handling this really well, considering this is normally a step up in difficulty.
Zelith shakes her head. Sometimes it's a stranger who holds the knife. Sometimes it's family. I let blood cloud my judgment, and I'll pay for that every day. But I'll keep going. I'll move on to the next crime and the next. You can't just stay inside when trouble rains down. Not even if it never stops.
Alright, next up is, what is it? What is the next one? Best laid plans. Oh, yes. Lots of golems in the next one. The next one, we're breaking a bunch of boxes. We're killing some golems. Then we're dropping down a hole.
This adventure, like so many others, begins in a tavern. You're supposed to meet a disgruntled Fort employee here. He'll give you an off-the-record tour of a nearby warehouse.
When you're downstairs in this one, you need to kill a couple of golems before they break the Vaunt contraptions, so that you can rescue them, well, not rescue them, but take them to get an optional XP. It's not mandatory, And if you don't manage to do it, it's just a bit of XP that you lose. You don't lose any gear or anything. I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
Victor asked you to wait for him outside. Looks like getting inside his warehouse won't be a problem. Victor leans over and whispers,
I don't want to lose my job. If you'll just follow me, I'll cough when it's time for us to part ways. What you do after that is none of my business.
he sounds quite nervous.
I'm back. Let's get at it. Whoops. I came back and my mic was muted.
Victor coughs and nods at a flimsy-looking grate. Then he hurries away, disappearing into the night. That must be your way inside. Time for you to investigate the warehouse.
There should be another golem somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Yes, there were more golems.
According to this legend, all of the prisoners have been moved to the office upstairs for shredding. You hear a scream of pain from up above. Scream cut short with steel. You hear a gruff voice howling. The roof! The roof!
I want to hang out and break more boxes because I want to get us to ransack if possible.
The sturdy door is fitted with an even sturdier
They're going to go do a puzzle that's inside the vents.
more measured voice responds.
Also, the way up is kind of buggy and doesn't like letting everybody up at the same time.
It's on fire!
An otherworldly air of confidence surrounds the handsome being, who appears to be their leader. Let's pick up the pace, shall we? We still have to destroy the lab downstairs. Portal, please. Why not just take the stairs? Asked the tiefling.
Because Victor told us not to be seen.
Now then, portal! Lagging behind. No notices you on the way out. Turns and howls.
Burn, Father Hunger! Burn!
Portal! Now! Snaps the being in a commanding tone. You hear a familiar voice somewhere nearby. It's Victor, acting surprised.
What's all this? Dear Orient, we have a security breach! Yeah, quickly! Find them!
Whatever documents were stored in the office are beyond salvaging. Still, there might be something useful down in the lab, or wherever those mercenaries went.
You can't touch me! This is one of VoD's prototypes! Make me completely invincible!
Victor presses a button. A familiar voice calls out up ahead. Time's up. Your golems will have to finish this. Time to move, people.
Oh, you think you're clever? Well, you're nowhere near as clever as VoD. His resources are virtually limitless. I press this button, and more guards show up. Just like that.
This has turned into a shit show and a half. Whew. We're doing okay.
Victor's treachery continues.
Ooh, is that a fire? Nobody goes in or out until we find them. Don't just stare there gawking. Move!
You hear the ominous hum of a dimensional anchor.
Lots going on. Sorry, I'm trying to chat in game because someone can't hear us for some reason, while also using voice chat while also communicating with stream. There's too many things. It's overloading my brain.
Victor directs more guards your way.
They went downstairs into the secret lab. After them! Wait, how do I get out? I'm stuck here.
Victor clearly didn't think this through.
Whew. Brain bandwidth failing me.
Victor tries to do justice. It seems Victor forgot about his original Victor mashes the button of that fighting frustration. A hissing, chilling chant.
Due to the awkward way in which that quest went down, normally you end up here a lot more. You don't have to fight things from all the way down the bottom.
As this chant continues,
That's alright.
let's coalesce in the air around Victor.
There was just some weirdness in the beginning due to where we were all standing at the time things were going off.
Get back here, you cowards! It's all going to Alright, don't do anything rash. I'm coming out. Perhaps we can make a deal.
Victor presses
Do you take him out because he has a named Forge Wraith who you'll want in your monster manual?
away.
Next one is a fun quest as well. Lots of it's running around the same map into the same location you've already been, dealing with portals that spawn. Lock that for gem food. We're doing fine. I don't need to repair anything. Oh, are we in already? We're in. All right. Just waiting on the others to enter. Other people are hanging out there just doing things, so wondering if I should do crazy stuff.
You've arrived at Club Clawfoot, a popular night spot owned by the Boros. Counselor Savannah pulls some strings to get you on the guest list. Perhaps now you can have a wed between the Boros and the Clawfoot. But Looks like there may be trouble before you even get inside the door. The group of thugs suddenly attacks. Clearly, they want to prevent you from enjoying a night on the town. Those Dusk thugs were loitering near Club Clawfoot. But this is Boromar clan territory. Something's brewing, and you're smack in the middle of it. A group of would-be patrons lingers in the courtyard. They must not be on the guest list. The bouncer opens the front door, allowing you to enter Club Clawfoot. The Dusk thugs lurking outside have set the assistant's nerves on edge. He wants you to check on Club Clawfoot's employees before he'll let you talk to the manager.
Most of the first section of this quest is just talking to NPCs. I'm just going to run around, talk to things. And then once I've talked to all the NPCs, we'll head back to the main area and rebuff.
The caretaker of the Clawfoot outsource says that the core mechanism is faulty. It needs repairs before the beasts can be returned to their rightful halfway owners.
Now we head up here. Speak to Tiny, help him with his box problems.
The employees report nothing terribly unusual. You can tell Fenwick that all is quiet in the nightclub.
And I will head back to here and we can rebuff.
You cast a charm spell on my heart. Don't let me go.
Just saved a little bit of time because people were doing things outside anyway.
Run along, there's no denying. You'll feel blue, you'll feel bad. I want more love than you ever had. There'll come a time, and don't forget it. There'll come a time when you regret it. No Sharn and no more towers. I still dream you'd come back carrying flowers. Don't let me go, no, don't you run away.
Alright, now once you're all buffed up, you talk to Fenwick,
Fenwick is relieved to hear that the club is safe.
and then Regina, or Regina as the
Permission to approach
quest
Regina.
DM pronounces it.
A piercing alarm reverberates throughout the night. Someone's breaching our medical order. It must be quick, enter. Do what you do best.
Now once you've taken that out, you can look at your map and it tells you where you have to go to deal with more enemies. The red dots are where you gotta go and take out the people at the portals.
expansion doors have opened nearby.
Now we head up, we take out these guys. The dinosaurs help us because we opened up their cage for them. Then we head down to the next one, which is down by a cooler where there are rats that you can do for an optional. In the chiller here is optionals. Take out the rats.
The main stage must be under attack. Notice a sign of rat infestation. Exterminators have already been contacted.
Now, because we've taken out 2 different waves of the portals, we need to head back to the main stage area. Take out the ads, and now you have a shrine. This shrine disappears quickly, so if you need to use it immediately. Do not wait around. There is the possibility we waited too long. We will see. Sometimes I have seen the rest work even after the shrine disappeared. It did not work for me in that case. Yeah, it seems very hit or miss whether or not that shrine lets you actually get the shrine benefits after it disappears or not. I've only seen it happen once, but I don't know if that was a bug or if it's buggy that it doesn't let you shrine after it vanishes. Snap them out of there. The harpies can be dangerous because they can make you helpless. In fact, they can make everyone in a range helpless, which gets very scary very quickly.
which is why I've been just snapping them out as soon as they're like either there or uncrowd controlled. I don't like being helpless from their song.
Once again, harsh sounds issue from the direction of the stage. You hear panic shouts, screams, and snakes.
Well, if a Medusa starts doing a turn to stone thing, you can turn away from them to stop yourself from getting turned to stone. Sometimes they do a concentrated eye cone that you need to look at for a couple of seconds. Sometimes they do a quick burst. There isn't indicated that the burst is coming. They will do like a sort of rattlesnake sound, and then the burst will go off. But it can be kind of hard to catch that one, especially because they make other rattlesnake noises when they aren't going to do a quick burst. Alright, now you've done those three, you need to hand in all three so that you can pick up the last quest. Quest rewards can be good sometimes. It's depending on if you do crafting, it can be worth checking to see if any of the armors and stuff, say, have mithril as well as a couple of slots or whatever. But I'm really trying to push the guild to level 200. I'll focus more on other stuff later. The game is lagging really badly here at the moment. Much better. If an area has more than one instance, swapping to another one if it's really laggy in a particular one will often fix it. In that particular circumstance, there weren't two instances when we first got there. But yeah, it did spawn while we were there, which suggests to me that it had just hit the point of spawning a second instance.
Arrive in Dava Gate, one of Sharn's many business districts. The streets are almost deserted at this hour.
There's a pretty long gas bag at the beginning of this one, so normally you don't buff until you're on the raft and everyone's ready. is waiting for the person we're pulling through to get in, and then we will speak to the lad Casper and start the actual quest. You telling me you're here for the 3 silver tour?
About time you got here, grumbles the old man. They've already started. Get on board quick like and I'll ferry you up to their window. Remember, stay quiet as a mouse.
Mr. Vault, I assume this is about your request to join the Platinum Concord, which was turned down due to your lack of subtlety, shall we say?
You get to listen to them gas bag for a while.
I prefer audacity to subtlety. I admit that subtlety has allowed the Aurum to do as they please with the Five Nations for many years. But what I have to offer your organization cannot be ignored. What cannot be ignored are those Zendrick bloodhounds sniffing at your heels. You're exposed, Mr. Vault. Not for long, my friend. Allow me to demonstrate. Isabet, please come. Now, Isabet, I know you invited our mutual friends from Stormreach. Don't cry. Said, don't cry. That's better. This is just business, isn't it? Just business. I'd prefer that you do your house cleaning when I am not present, Mr. Vault. A necessary demonstration of my device. I wanted you to see my improvements firsthand.
And they just go forever.
Calibration issue, perhaps. No matter.
DDO has no cutscenes, guys.
Outside. We will adjourn to the yacht. It's time.
Actually, it's a lie. DDO does actually have a cutscene, but you can actually skip the cutscene.
Releases a strange whooping bark, and the darkness around you
Alright.
erupts with a
Now
quiet
you deal with the gnolls.
An ambush! Damn us for fools!
shouts Casper. The old man produces a bow from somewhere as giggling shapes descend from above. You've dispatched Vaughn's first group of assassins, but they're surely not the last. Vaughn doesn't go in for half measures. Casper wheezes out his words.
Ooh, reminds me
Talk
of
to
my
Casper
days
and then
in
head
the
on.
war, but with more chest
You can grab
too old for
the
this
saw sleds
Come here, we
if
gotta
you like
talk
to.
about Isabel.
My
She's
group
still
doesn't really
alive.
like to,
Got my
so I
life
don't normally do it just
Agreed to
because
help rescue Isabel. To do that, you'll
I
need
do
to
like
know
the
where
saw
Casper
sleds, though.
can follow safely. He says
There are
to
people in my
head
group who
south.
despise them, though.
Grabbing a source sled first will help even the playing field.
Don't forget,
Shouts Casper.
those source sleds can't go too high or too low without losing their enchantment. Keep them in the fog and don't try to push over the higher walls and you'll be fine.
The wave of rulers emerges from the shadows.
Show those brutes they can't mess with my girl.
Cries Casper from behind you. A motley crew of creatures takes up position on the bridge, spoiling for a fight. The low bellow of an ogre accompanies the shrill cries of goblins.
Head up here, take out the guys on the bridge.
A strange-looking goblin glides up above the bridge.
These guys you can pull closer to you if you don't have a saw sled by standing in here, so that they are forced to get close to you in order to be allowed to hit you.
Nobody's made mincemeat out of your fleabag gnolls. I told you the direct approach wasn't gonna work. I'm gonna go bait the hook on my plan.
Wait, goblin meat. Vaunt said to work together as a pack.
In the distance, you hear them snarl.
No. Those who look weak die first. Always.
It's the stupid who die first, dimwit.
Replies the goblin.
Down the bottom of these stairs, there's usually an explosive trap. Yep, it's here.
Move before the fireworks start.
I don't think there's normally one up on that landing. No, doesn't look like it. There are a couple of quests around here. Not quests, traps around here. I don't actually know the location of all of them.
A mob of gnolls and goblins have taken up positions.
So half the time, I don't actually get them all. Another trap just outside this door. I'm letting the other guys go up to kill things that are on the roof.
One ambush down, but more to come, I'd wager.
Shouts Casper.
Head north, friends. Up the skyway.
Now you deal with bomb bats.
A swarm of bats clouds the street before you. Some kind of metal glints on their bodies as they flit about, blocking.
Whew. Oh, I didn't actually tell you guys. I finally got to Reaper rank 50 and got to get all of the Reaperling pets and have named them after all my friends. So I got one named Finrost. I got one named Rain. I got one named Smasher. And I got one named Thorgus.
As he coasts along behind you.
There's another trap there. There are a couple at the spiral staircase near the end of this area.
Shadows move among the arches of a nearby market. More of Vaunt's mercenaries await your attention.
Game is lagging again. We got some boxes over here. So if you wanna push yourself towards the ransack, head over here, break all the boxes. I keep thinking on my other character I was pressing a button to cleave. I don't have a cleave on this character. That's not gonna work. It's just not. More boxes in here. Got a couple of goblins in the bushes. On that airship down there, there's a mage fire cannon, as well as some
An air skip.
goblins.
Mage fire cannon waits for you near Old Tully Tower. Goblins swarm over the tower itself.
Take it out from here and then head down. Now I'm going to deal with the traps that are in here.
Mage fire cannon! Must have been holding that in reserve. Those things are expensive. On we go.
I may have immediately messed up and stood in one, so that was good job me. Maybe if I hadn't have messed up, we would have had ingenious debilitation, but oh well. Now we head down here. You don't have to, but we do normally. There's an Iron Defender in here that is an optional. I'm just gonna snap him gone.
Once you get rid of it, it's a good place to catch your breath. 3 sky skiffs descend, and a supporting patrol of gnolls moves to block your path. Is there any end to
The next section can be easier if you do have a source sled. You're dealing with 3 flying airships. But that's alright. I use mostly ranged attacks anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. Whoa. Whew. In here is a shrine as well as a chest. Oh, hang on. Still another guy down on that ship. There we go.
Casper gasps in surprise as he reaches the wreckage of the mage fire cannons.
Now we can head in here and get the chest. I didn't realize there were enemies still on that ship.
Feel like an idiot. Thank the host you were here.
This city watch station is locked up tight and stands as silent as the grave. Is it unmanned? Or have the guards inside been given a reason to sit this one out?
We're not going to use the shrine again. We're going to keep going because we just don't need it at this point. If you are using a source sled, it will vanish from you once you reach that bridge over there,
Casper tells you.
Your source leads might suddenly stop working out.
where
for
that
you.
eye is.
Be careful.
And you're dealing with a whole lot of gnolls, including one red name, or at least one who acts like a red name even if he's not. Actually, don't know if he's a red name in here. There's another quest where he acts like a red name even though he's an orange name.
Feast on your flesh and keep all the glory for myself.
There you go, he is an actual red name in here.
You're my next meal, goblin meat. Right after these outlanders.
Gish charges to the attack. Gish collapses from his wounds. Before you can finish him
I'm gonna have the Shrine this time because I'm almost out of uses of Arcane Prodigy.
and above. A
Well, I
different
say
sorcerer
almost, but I
completes his
still have
spell
half
on
of
the ledge
them.
above you. Gish vanishes,
I would like to
reappearing
drop
at the
all of them on
sorcerer's
Urk though.
With another quick gesture, both the tiefling and the gnoll vanish from your sight. The goblin's voice calls to you across the gap.
That went about how I expected, so that leaves just little old me.
Gonna need to sell some junk out of my inventory after the next one.
No
Running out of
partner
inventory
to
space.
split it with, and
Say running out as though I don't
that
still
does.
have like 3 full inventory spaces, but you know, whatever.
Don't make me wait all night.
The goblin's voice echoes through the mists.
Remember, I can always drop Miss Isabel on her head and knock off early. Then I visit you some other time. You get me?
Take a drink. Alright. In this last fight, you're dealing with a red name who vanishes every so often. As you beat his hit points down, you'll spawn adds and extras.
High above the construction yard, a soar sled slowly drifts up. Isabet's body lies upon the sled, completely still. The goblin is nowhere to be seen.
I'm just going to start unloading on Urk. He's going to vanish pretty quickly.
Screaming hustling down a smoke bomb. The shrill voices of more goblins pierce
I'm going to go break boxes. While he's invisible, he'll choose someone to go and shoot. They will get little markers on them whenever he shoots an arrow at them. This is how you can tell where they are, because you just need to identify what direction the arrow is coming from.
of Isabet. You've reached Isabet, but all is not well.
Once you've completed the quest, you just need to wait for Urk to do his talking, and then you can get the chest that spawns.
She's gone! Gone!
Says the goblin.
Bossman ate up her soul with his new improved vaunt. Why use your own when you can use someone else's? Sorry, sweethearts. Them's the breaks.
The goblin stands at the platform edge, an odd yet strangely familiar blade piercing his torso.
Remember this? Jack Jibber's blade? It's why we get to keep meeting like this. Anyway, can't stay. Need to see a fallen angel about a spell. You know how it is. See you soon.
The city around you is finally quiet. You now face your most difficult task, telling Casper what happened to his daughter.
Alright, we've got about an hour more before people will need to leave, so we're going to do the first part of the Cogs quests. Want to sell junk in my inventory though, and repair. I said junk, but I just sold the ones that I normally consider to be pretty good. I like ones of Flame Arrow. If you've got enough UMD on, say, an Inquisitive, you can use it to get flaming bolts. So it's just, you know, extra 1d6 fire damage. It's not like it's amazing, but most of the other bolts you're going to use are just going to be regular +1 to +5s. No, we've still got 15s in sagas to do. Alright, so now we're running through the cogs towards the quests. All of the quests in here are walk-ups, so you don't need to pick them up anywhere. Unfortunately, you also can't hand them in anywhere. They're just existent. You get your XP, you get your favor, you get your items. You're out of here is not bad. I remove people from the party list when they leave, because I normally go through my F1s through X in order to buff them.
You followed the trail of red crystals deep into the ruins. The path opens up into a larger chamber, and the sound of voices drifts in from up ahead. Take all these guys out. Did nicely. There is a secret door on the left. Sealed metal door. The wall section slides open, revealing a passage beyond, as well as a rather large water elemental.
At a Vengeance Reaper circle takes people out. Oh yeah, I have a scroll in my hand. Let's fix that. Oh. Failed to press through them.
The water elemental dies, and the magical barrier sealing off the flooded passage fades.
I don't remember where the thing is to get in there. There's the lever. Alright, once you're done down here, you head back through the water.
You pull the lever, and the mechanism that controls the door grinds into action.
Alright, now we head up this path.
The voices grow louder as you round the corner, accompanied by the sound of massive machinery. Worshippers kneel before a makeshift altar. In their prayers, the cultists offer their service to the avenging Forge Wraith and implore the creature to punish those who have wronged them. The High Priestess cuts you. Intruders, no matter. You will not deny us our vengeance on the city above. The High Priestess seems strangely untroubled by her imminent death. My spirit will only make my master stronger. He cannot be defeated. He cannot be bargained with. Vengeance will be his. As the Forge Wraith falls, shocked voices cry out throughout the cavern. The cult is destroyed, and the city is now safe from their schemes. Yet this was not the only Forge Wraith. More still lurk in the cogs, driven by their never-ending thirst for vengeance.
Now that we're done in here, we're going to double recall out. The reason we double recall from here is because it's easier to get to the other quests from the entrance than it is from all the way up here in the middle of nowhere.
And as you can see, here's one of the quests, and the other two are you don't need to recall between them because you follow this path over here. But due to this one being off on its own in the middle of nowhere, you double recall out after doing it because it's just so much easier to get to the other ones from the entrance than it is from there. Alright, now you run over this way and you run down. This is how you get to the quest. Yep. There is often a rare that spawns up here. Although I say that, but I haven't actually seen it the last few times I've been through here. It did seem to happen very often, and then it's just sort of stopped. There's a note there if you want the XP. Once everyone is present, you can step into the quest. Or if you're on your own, you don't need to wait for everybody. This one is quite short. You talk to Malik.
You find yourself in
There's an optional.
chamber. Creatures loyal to Dask are stirring up trouble in these ancient hobgoblin ruins. Perhaps if you gave them a gentle thrashing, it might be a lesson. Dusk goblins are hard at work with their enemies. When they notice you, they immediately attack.
Once you're taking out this room, there are some breakables up the top section. Collectible as well. And once you finish in this room, you head through this door. Take out some more goblins. Up the right here is an optional.
Another group of Dusk thugs sift through the rubble in this room. Their leader Shar.
Whoops, wasn't paying attention to my teammate's health there.
The bugbear and his cohorts have been defeated.
Alright, now you head over this way. You don't have to do the option if you don't want to. You can head straight over here towards the end of the quest, where you take out all the goblins in this room.
More Das Guts are gathered inside this stasis chamber, rigging explosives to a large heap of bolts.
Once you've done those, you pull the lever. Oh, there's a goblin over there. Now you pull the lever.
Thug crumbles at your feet. Now you have a chance to find out more about the strange artifact that they were trying to unearth. You pull the lever, triggering an explosion that flattens the remaining debris as the roar.
And then the plot twist all along was that this guy was a bad guy.
You hear a familiar voice coming from the platform above you. Is that Malik the gnome? Malik calls to you from the platform.
Thank you for clearing out the DOS for me. It was a great help. Those fools had no idea what they were dealing with.
The friendly gnome.
Take him out.
So, my name will be known across Corvette.
I've been magic missiling him and he's been immune to them. I don't know for how long. Very silly of me.
Demons! One demon falls. Wait, another streams out of the portal into place. The Rakshasa lets out a shrill gasp.
Once you take out the portal, the other things will vanish anyway.
This can't be. The world must remember my name. The ornate artifact shatters. The portal dissipates.
Get your loot.
And the remaining demons are thrown back into the depths of Kyber.
Once you're done in this one, once again, you'll double recall. As you saw, this quest was kind of off on its own. The next two you can do in sequence. The next one is probably my least favorite quest out here in the cogs. I kind of like most of these quests. The next one is called Smash and Burn. There's lots of puzzles. The puzzles are okay, but there's also just a lot of running around trying to reach breakables that are in annoying spots. We're gonna wait up for everybody in the Slayer area though. Not going to run off without them. I'm sort of not explaining a whole lot in some of these quests. But I intend to very soon start a series in which I guide people through all of the quests, showing off all of the tips and tricks and information that I have about it. Showing off the long version as well as a short version. Now, the next quest we're doing is just around this corner. It's Smash and Burn. Puzzles like this exist throughout a lot of this quest. Now, what these puzzles require you to do is to level out all of the dots on it. You can stack up to 4 times on each particular space. Every time you stand on a tile, all adjacent tiles spill one of their points into it. Some of them can be rather complicated. There are solvers for these on the wiki. That's how you solve the first puzzle. That one's always the same. It opens up this door when you complete it. They can be There's a lot of lag going on right now. One of the reasons you go into all of these side rooms is so that you can go and use all of the pressure plates for an optional in here. You don't have to, but I like to do all optionals in quests if I have that option. There's lots of annoying windy spots. Very unfortunate. We have made the executive decision to skip this quest using our VIP free saga skip. I will show people how to complete this quest on my quest guide channel. Oh no, I didn't bind anywhere. The salty run back. No. Sounds good. Just waiting for everyone to go re-grab their ship buffs, sell and repair. Hi, thank you for the raid there, Mrs. Noob. And thank you very much for the follow, Guppy Kazar. Oh, thank you very much, Barsh, for the follow. Thank you. I like my cheese. It is very tasty. He does look nummy. Oh, thank you again, I agree for the follow. Cheese is only second to bacon. We don't. We are streaming together, but we don't share chat. So if you want to say hi to Smash, you'll have to go say it on his channel. Due to me not having my Discord chat come through, so that people don't have to filter the things that they say, it means that we don't have the shared chat going. No worries. Don't need to worry about staying. If you gotta go lay down, go lay down. Go get some rest. I appreciate that you raided in. I hope you have a good night. I've said blah blah. I've said hi to Smash for yous. Next up, we're going to go run Thralls of the Fungus Lords. We tried running Smash and Burn and got absolutely slapped up by some crowns and some reapers. So we made the decision to just skip that one. We're skipping that one. You too, noob. Have a good one. I'm vaguely happy that the raid occurred after I got wiped and had to release into Korthos and run back from Korthos because I've never set myself anywhere else. We're going to do the optional in here as well. There's lots of slimes in the optional area in here, so if you can't deal with slimes because you've not got a weapon that doesn't break to them, it's fine to just skip them.
You enter a small fighting arena. It seems to be closed. The ring is quiet, and the stands are empty. A small knot of people stands near
Getting our buffs on.
Corpses.
Whoops. At the beginning of this one, after you've buffed up, you talk to Felix and you deal with a wave of red musk zombies, I think they're called. I can't quite remember. They're plants, not zombies.
Another group of lumbering brutes attacks the fight.
Red musk zombies, there you go. Once you've taken them out, you're going to climb up that incredibly long ladder.
Red musk zombies drop into the pit from above. You must stop this invasion so that the fights in the arena may continue.
And we're heading over to a lever. kill more red mask zombies and some vine horrors on your way. Get your collectibles.
This is the source of the zombie invasion.
Deal with some waves as they come in. You can pull the lever beforehand, but you still need to deal with the waves. Made that mistake once, pulled the lever and then ran out of this room thinking, well, I can just pull the lever and leave. Finished the quest and didn't actually finish because you still have to get the flag for having done this. More than a couple Reaper spawns there. None of them were the big nasty ones, but we still got slapped a little bit. Oh, somebody got the lever while we were fighting. Once you've done the stuff in this room, you head back up the corridor that you came down to get here and take the first left out. I very much like Presto. I like Arcane Tricksters. Just beyond the fact that they're rather powerful as a form of damage dealers, they have just a very fun kit.
Strange noises reverberate through the cavern.
They've got a good kit. They've got cool slaps. They've got Presto. And here you want to pull all the levers. And there are some traps upstairs. I'm trying to disable the traps while they head through and go get the levers.
The pendulum has been destroyed.
And there it is. That's the optional done. Now we've got to kill the ragtag enemies that are left over.
Once you're done, you can head through this door. Or you can head back through the original path. If you want to get the rest of the collectibles and fight the rest of the enemies, then you want to head the other way around. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to head up straight up here. Get the collectibles that are in here.
The chill of the cavern gives way to warmer, more humid air as you ascend higher. The familiar musty smell is stronger. The source of the
And this will drop us directly at the shrine before the end fight. This is the door to the last fight. In this room, you've got an isolithid, some fungus to break, and 2 shambling mounds. Or not, sorta. Yeah, they are shambling mounds, okay. I'm going to deal with the shambling mounds because the tank can't tank them, or at least can't influence them. Hi Hastengo, thank you for the follow. Or haste and go. Oh, of course it is, haste and go. Pronouncing that Hastengo. God, I've been playing this game for how long? I should know how to pronounce that. I respond to all of the above. Oh, thank you. I didn't make it myself. I do have a link to the person who I bought it from, though, in my about page. Alright, so from here, now that we've done these, we're going to go do the other level 15 saga quests that we have to do, which are the pre-Wayloon quests in Evening Star. I love the fucking Beavis and Butthead emote. That's great. Yeah, it doubles as a chat blocker. I realized, like, I could just shove this there, make my chat block the same size, and then we're all good. Now no one controls stream by sending me tells and stuff. Alright, so the pre-Wayloon quests are from these NPCs up here. They are required for one of the Heroic Evening Star quest. Saga, not quest. It's a pretty straightforward quest. You go through, you beat up cultists, you imprison the bad guys. Some guy monologues at you and then you beat him up too.
Classic hero stuff. Take a sip of drink. Ah. Someone is not responding in our chat, so I assume they have AFK'd briefly. They may have said that they were going to AFK and I just wasn't paying enough attention.
The air grows crisp as you climb into the foothills of the Stormhorns. In time, you reach the place where the Shar worshippers were sighted. Their sanctuary must be somewhere nearby.
Fade FK. I'm not sure I know what that means. Is that a is that an emote that just didn't show up, or? Oh, fade from keyboard. Okay. Oh. You know what? I like that one.
The embers of this campfire still smolder. Symbols of the dark goddess Shar lie scattered in the dust.
There's a stark difference between the HP of the enemies in this quest and the ones from Sharn. Oh, that Despair Reaper made its saves.
Shar worshippers guard the mouth of a deep cave. One of the worshippers spouts with dashes inside.
Okay, that was very rude of you, cultist. You could have at least just fallen over and not healed. That would have been nice.
The sounds of your
And in we go.
surely alerted any Shar worshippers in the cave. The interior of the cave is strangely empty. Have the Shar worshippers fled, or do they simply lie in wait further on?
Get all your bear traps. Alright, and you got all these cultists to deal with. Hi, Latot. Welcome in. Pull the lever so that opens up the gate back there, but we want to continue past them to take out these guys.
Worshippers use these gates to keep intruders away from their inner sanctum.
Can't let these guys roam free. We have to put them away for their crimes. That is definitely my only motivation. I'm definitely not here for treasure or XP or guild renown. I'm here because I'm a hero. There's a shrine here should you need it, but this is really early in the quest and it's odd that they have the shrine here. I'm sorry, I'll leave it running in the background. You don't need to be sorry, Latot. I'm just happy you're here at all. And again, you don't need to be here. It's entirely up to you. I'm just happy you've chosen to spend time here. Head through the gate. Got your wolves. Oh, and a fury spawned on us. Rude.
Broken support beams enlarged.
Yeah, lurkers are cool.
Show that this part of the cave collapsed quite recently. A gate opens to the east. Chanting echoes through the stone passageways. Hail Shar, the shadow. A gate opens to the east, and the chanting grows louder. Hail Shar.
Making sure no one gets left behind. The darkness tentacle monster is excellent. I was starting to say something, I looked over at chat and there's just a darkness lurker monster staring back at me. Never know where the lurk train may take you through the night. Yeah. You get to hear some funny stuff going on, meet some people you never knew were there, and have fun along the way. Oh, don't touch me, rude. Crown. Oh, Flameborns have death block, right. Whoops. Pull that on the Lurkness monster. That's very good. I'm sure if I had the correct accent, that would sound so much better and be such a good pun. Yeah. I only put this on my playlist because it came up one night while I was playing card games with friends. And I was like, oh my god, I haven't heard that song in so long. Hang on, I gotta put that on my playlist.
This section of the caves is blocked off. What are the Sharn worshippers trying to keep out?
Oh, that is a very, very flashing emote. Oh, Lord.
You wipe the dust from a rotting chest. It must have been stashed here years ago, and then forgotten.
Alright, now that we've done that area was completely optional. You didn't have to go through that gate and through the secret door. You can just continue on if you don't want to get the chest. That remnant was being very difficult to grab.
Corpses rot inside these ancient cells. A cruel fate awaits those who disobey Shar. A gate creaks open somewhere to the south.
We can open it at the shrine. I'm not sure if we want to use it yet.
A gate creaks open somewhere to the northeast.
Alrighty, we're gonna head up the shrine. We probably don't need it, but we're gonna use it anyway. Better to be safe than sorry, right? Don't think there are any other level 15 saga quests after these ones. No, there are lots of level 15 quests, just not saga ones. I still need to finish the game that this is from. I played it originally when it was very unoptimized on the Switch. But it was a very fun game. I just burnt myself out on it and couldn't deal with its framiness, so I had to stop. Probably should have thrown displacement before doing that, but it's alright. It didn't bite me in the ass.
The disciples surrender, and the magic barrier vanishes.
That's right, we didn't need the XP. I was just trying to let them out of the, the pit they jumped into.
Protect the altar.
Alright, and up here is the last fight. You're dealing with the cult. Oh, no, I was wrong. There's one more fight before the last fight. I always forget this fight is here. Because it feels so proper that the last fight should be directly after that drop-off.
A group of worshippers surrounds a massive
But this is the last fight. First stage, you beat him up, take out his cultists. And the second phase is owlbears and wolves. Well, one owlbear and wolves.
She runs to a cage and opens it.
Take out the owlbear. Wolves are going to spawn behind us. I'm going to spin around and deal with them. There we go.
You should speak with the Shar priest and try to go. Dedrick Black is back.
Because we captured all of the cultists, we got access to a second chest.
You must tell the magistrates about the threat his fanatic followers pose to the kingdom.
Once you've dealt with this one, the next quest is about it's sort of a tower defense mission, which isn't really all that defendy. You defend from the first wave, and then you just fight everything else. You don't have to stop them from doing stuff to your prisoners after that. They make it sound like it's going to be harder, but the new spawns just don't seem to actually go after freeing the prisoners. I'm unsure why. But in the first wave, when the lizard folk spawn, provided you hit the lizard folk once, each lizard folk once, they will stop attempting to free a prisoner. We're going to be just a second because one of our members is going to go take level 16 because he's a little bit behind on XP with her from us. In the meantime, this is my enhancement layout. Focusing mainly on damage output. There's some defenses in here, like we've got this one up here, just so I don't have to cast and carry Night Shield, but later when I do take Night Shield anyway, I get some magical resistance rating. Immunity to Fear. I don't really need this anymore because our bard now has greater heroism, so instead I could swap it to something like Refraction. I took Half Elf because I decided to try out the Warlock Dilettante Imbue toggle that affects spells. Honestly, I was hoping to do more damage than it does. My suggestion to anyone doing this in the future is just take Dampier or Eladrin or something. Unless you're going for the half-elf life specifically. Next level I get my automatic enlarge spell, so I no longer need to have enlarge manually. I can swap this out for another meta magic feat. I'll probably swap it out for extend, just so I get longer duration on my displacement and for no other reason. There is an argument to be made for using crossbows and getting the sneak attack dice. Honestly, it's probably not a bad idea. It's not something I'm going to worry about doing because I really like having the option to have 2 different proc setups from the endgame weapons. By those I mean stuff like this. Like having the ability to lower magical resistance rating on enemies. It goes off a lot because you're spamming spells that hit 5 times. Last life I was doing a similar build to this, but I didn't go full 20 Arcane Trickster like I'm doing this life. Instead, I mixed in a couple of Favored Soul and a couple of Wizard levels for spell efficiency. And I did get my spell efficiency to a point that meta magics were just basically free. Which in turn made all of my spells free because Favored Soul also gave me the ability to gain 10 temporary spell points whenever a force spell I cast critically hits. Just waiting up on our tank to buff, and then I will go trigger the fights.
The river voyage begins peacefully enough.
It should be a quiet night, says the magistrate. There's no one around for leagues.
Suddenly, a harsh voice calls from the darkness. Not true, human. We've been stalking you for hours. You are easy prey. Attack! A prisoner is being freed.
Why can't I target him?
Prisoner has escaped.
Oh well, one of them got freed. It was just an optional stuff. I'm unsure why I wasn't allowed to target that lizard folk at all. I don't know if that's common in here. I don't remember it being like that before. Sorry, just kind of locked in there for a second. Whew. We're doing okay. But that was very dicey there.
The magistrate surveys the battlefield. Is it over? He asks. At least the scaly beggars weren't able to lay a claw on our most important prisoner. Wait.
So many Rems. Wow.
A reptilian form dashes towards the Shar priest. Sorcery will succeed where steel has failed. This prey is too valuable to leave behind. Without wasting a moment, the shaman takes the Shar priest through the dimension door. We can't let Dedrick Black escape, fumes the magistrate.
Shining up.
Have my head if we
Used a
don't
lot of
get
SP
away.
there. I'd like to have it back.
Have gone far. Of course. Let us speak.
Oops, I haven't been buffing.
The shaman must have taken the Shar priest somewhere close by. It's time to venture into the forest and find them.
There are lots more boulders around the place in this quest than there used to be. Or at least noticeable boulders. I think they used to be off in side areas. Disable that because I can. Ow! Sir, stop using Scorching Ray on me. That hurt. Got the ambush. Lots of archers. I'm going to look forward to having 2 cone crowd controls when I can take shout, greater shout. Oops. Can't use snap on a hero soul. They have death block.
From here, you're approaching the end of the quest. Just around this corner is where you fight the end bit. The red name, Lizard Folk Shaman, and some extras.
This must be the lizard folk camp. The Sharn priest is on the bluff above, still bound with the war wizard's enchantments. There too stands the shaman who took him. The shaman is not surprised to see you. We hunt the same
Take out
way.
these traps as well, just try and get to ingenious.
Blades, and that is the risk.
There it is.
Let us find out, says the shaman, whose gold was better spent.
Up here is where the extra chest that we would have gotten had we managed to stop all of the prisoners from being freed would have spawned. I think that sentence made no sense. That's alright.
Yet troubling questions remain. Who hired the lizard? Will they try to free the Shar priest again?
Spray and a knives.
In the prison city of William.
You get your chest. Sometimes there's some, there you go, items that you're probably going to feed to your gem. The numbers on that staff are just not very good. It has the old version of spell focus, so it didn't get increased when they implemented their new spell focus system. It has low numbers for its level, at least nowadays, for its spell potencies. Even the Mythic Boost 4 wasn't... it's not helping it, really. In hell, the level 12 stuff I have has better numbers, so... Yeah. Oh. From here, we're probably stopping for the night. We've got people who are flagging and are ready to go to bed. So, I appreciate everybody coming along. I hope everyone had a good time. I'm going to put you into an end screen and go find somebody for you to raid. And I hope to see some of you around. Maybe I'll catch you next time. So here is our end screen.